Fame doesn't last forever, and plastic surgery can be a total train wreck. The 70s and 80s worshipped them like gods, but 2026 remembers them for something else: unrecognizable transformations. From peak beauty to faces so distorted even die-hard fans can't believe their eyes. Let's strip away the filter and expose 20 icons today. Who aged with grace and who became a living tragedy. Brooke Shields is the starkest proof that early fame is a gift, but it's also a deadly trap. In the 70s and 80s, the world held its breath for those iconic thick eyebrows and a beauty so pure it sparked global controversy in Pretty Baby. She wasn't just an actress, she was the gold standard of beauty. But time spares no one. As she navigates middle age in 2026, Brooke doesn't run from her wrinkles. Instead of chasing a long-lost innocence, she has transformed into a true power player, rocking sharp suits and a cold, commanding aura. No longer the girl molded by Hollywood, the Brooke of today dominates through iron discipline, from her diet to her workout regime. She isn't ageless, she is beyond age. Brooke Shields is a blunt reminder: true power isn't in flawless skin, but in the grit to face time's cruelty and shine like a survivor. Don't call Bette Midler a star. Call her a storm that refuses to fade. In the 70s and 80s, Bette Midler tore through every stage with flaming hair, bizarre outfits, and an ego bigger than the theater itself. She didn't just perform, she dominated. Her mix of powerhouse vocals and wicked humor made her an irreplaceable cultural icon. While others played it safe to be loved, Bette forced the audience to worship her. Fast forward to 2026, as her peers retreat into the shadows, Bette stands tall, vibrant, and defiant. She doesn't hide in boring grandma clothes. She wraps herself in luxury silk and eye-popping colors with a smirk that says, "What is time anyway?" Bette Midler is living proof that charm isn't about skin. It's about having a high-class, crazy energy. She doesn't just inspire, she is a blunt reminder. If you are talented and bold enough, you will never be obsolete. If anyone knows how to make time stand still, it's Jennifer Beals. In 1983, Flashdance exploded, and Jennifer Beals became a global fever with nothing more than an off-the-shoulder sweatshirt and fiery dance moves. She didn't just star in a movie, she launched a sexy athletic wear empire that IT girls are still chasing in 2026. But Jennifer refused to be trapped in the echoes of her past. Looking at Jennifer today, you don't see the decay of time, only a maturity that's almost intimidating. Avoiding the trap of obvious plastic surgery, she has maintained a natural, sophisticated, and commanding presence. Her healthy hair and radiant skin are a slap in the face to the stereotype that a woman's appeal fades with age. Jennifer Beals is no longer that young dancer. She is a silent queen, proving that true class is about glowing brilliantly without ever having to scream for attention. If life is a runway, Cyndi Lauper is the one who burned the rulebook to create her own game. In the 70s and 80s, Cyndi didn't just sing. She was a visual revolution. With blinding rainbow hair and a chaotic pile of accessories, she delivered a slap in the face to traditional beauty standards. Girls Just Wanna Have Fun wasn't just a hit. It was a fierce manifesto for female power and absolute freedom. While others aimed for perfection, Cyndi chose to be unforgettable. Heading into 2026, even in her 70s, Cindy still makes today's IT girls look boring. She no longer needs neon hair to grab attention. Every appearance is still a stylistic explosion. From hauntingly elegant vintage outfits to her don't care attitude, she proves that charm isn't what you wear, but how you live. Cyndi Lauper didn't change to fit the world. She made the world stay obsessed with her. She is living proof that your star will never fade as long as you have the guts to be yourself. Madonna doesn't follow trends. She is the trend, and she's more than willing to burn her past to be reborn. In the 70s and 80s, Madonna wasn't just a singer. She was a religion of rebellion. From gritty punk styles and tattered lace to provocative lingerie as outerwear, she delivered a blunt strike to the world's conservatism. Madonna weaponized her body and fashion to declare sovereignty over freedom and sexuality. She didn't ask for permission to be famous, she forced the world to watch. In 2026, Madonna remains the most controversial name in history. Heading into her late 60s, she refuses to age gracefully. Instead, she chooses haunting avant-garde looks, genderless designs, and transformations that leave the public stunned. There may be fierce debate over her current appearance, but one thing is undeniable. Madonna is a warrior who never surrenders to time. She doesn't want your sympathy, she demands your attention. Today's Madonna is a sharp reminder. Fame is something she built, and she will hold on to it until her very last breath. Sharon Stone doesn't just have a pretty face, she has a razor-sharp brain and a lethal charm that time cannot conquer. In the 70s and 80s, Hollywood obsessed over a blonde with deep blue eyes. But it wasn't until Basic Instinct that Sharon cemented her status as a goddess of dangerous seduction. She didn't need to strip to be hot, she only needed a legendary leg cross and a cold stare to make the world stop breathing. Sharon Stone turned intelligence into the most seductive weapon of all time. At 66 in 2026, Sharon Stone is a slap in the face to anyone who thinks older women should fade away. She still dominates red carpets in bodycon dresses, daring cuts, and a defiant aura that says she still holds all the cards. She doesn't chase youth through desperate surgeries. She chooses to age with the pride of a leader. Sharon Stone is living proof. When you are smart and confident enough, age is just a meaningless number on a birth certificate. If Hollywood has an uncrowned queen of grit, it's Sigourney Weaver, the woman who made even monsters tremble with fear. In the 70s and 80s, Sigourney Weaver shattered every damsel in distress stereotype as Ellen Ripley in Alien. With flowing hair but eyes sharp as a razor, she didn't need glamorous gowns to be seductive. Her appeal was built on raw muscle, elite intelligence, and the guts to face the universe's deadliest entities. She turned the male-dominated action genre into her own personal empire. In 2026, at 74, Sigourney Weaver remains an untouchable monument. She doesn't chase youth with cheap tricks. Sporting a power-cut hairstyle and commanding suits, she exudes a level of class that no young star can replicate. Sigourney isn't just aging, she's upgrading her elegance to a whole new dimension. She is a blunt reminder. A woman is at her most powerful, not when she's youngest, but when she masters time through sheer will and intellect. Don't try to decode Kate Bush. She is an enigma that even time fails to solve. In the 70s and 80s, Kate Bush didn't just sing. She wove nightmares and ethereal dreams into music. With her wild hair, avant-garde costumes, and dramatic movements, she turned the stage into a cathedral of eccentric art. Kate never followed the crowd. She stood completely apart from the rest of the world. Her allure didn't come from a flawless face, but from a haunting, otherworldly energy that left audiences both mesmerized and trembling. In 2026, Kate Bush once again forced the world to bow as her classic hits rose from the grave to dominate global charts. At nearly 70, she doesn't seek loud publicity. She remains an elegant phantom, hidden in sophisticated vintage layers. Kate's evolution is proof that a true artist never ages. They only grow more mysterious and powerful over time. Kate Bush is not just a musical icon, she is a blunt reminder. When you are truly unique, the world will always come searching for you, even 40 years later. Dolly Parton is living proof of one thing. You can be fake on the outside, as long as you're radiant in your soul. A bombshell of the 70s and 80s, she didn't just sing country music, she redefined it. With her towering wigs and blindingly glittery outfits, she became a Southern cultural phenomenon. But don't let the glamorous facade fool you. Heading into 2026, while other stars desperately try to hide the footprints of time, Dolly remains loyal to her high-class artificial aesthetic. She has masterfully evolved, opting for softer hair tones and sophisticated makeup, turning aging into a power play. Dolly doesn't fight time. She forces time to surrender to her. With razor-sharp confidence, she mocks the rules of aging with her legendary line, "It costs a lot of money to look this cheap." That is the power of a legend, proving that true beauty isn't in a flawless face, but in a fire of passion that never goes out. Demi Moore doesn't wait for time to knock. She challenges it with a calculated and ruthless transformation. In the 70s and 80s, Demi Moore was the embodiment of fiery rebellion, with her iconic short hair and vibrant, sun-kissed skin. She wasn't just an actress, she was a neo-feminist icon, the woman who dared to pose nude on magazine covers to reclaim bodily sovereignty. The Demi of the past was a time bomb, ready to burn down Hollywood's rules to become the highest-paid actress in the world. In 2026, at 61, Demi Moore remains a haunting enigma on international red carpets. Despite the relentless rumors of surgical interventions to freeze time, no one can deny her elite status in skin-tight gowns and cold, sharp charisma. Demi didn't choose to age quietly. She chose to glow brilliantly, even if it meant maintaining a brutal level of discipline. She is living proof. In Hollywood's beauty game, only those who are ruthless with themselves can hold on to eternal stardom. Don't let Sally Field's gentle smile fool you. Beneath that exterior lies a will of steel that forced Hollywood to bow down. In the 70s and 80s, Sally was often dismissed as a pretty face with her porcelain skin and girl-next-door charm. But she delivered a brutal wake-up call to her critics with her fiery performance in Norma Rae. Sally didn't need couture to shine. She used raw, unvarnished talent to seize 2 Academy Awards. She proved that true allure isn't in jet-black hair or a flawless face. It's in the power to grip an audience's heart and never let go. In 2026, at 79, Sally Field refuses to hide the footprints of time. Her silver gray hair isn't a sign of aging. It's a crown of maturity and hard-won experience. She appears in sophisticated silhouettes with the aura of a grandmaster who has nothing left to prove. Today's Sally Field is a sharp reminder. Eternal charm belongs to the women who dare to live authentically, age with pride, and keep their inner fire burning for over half a century. If the world ends, only cockroaches and Cher will survive. And you can bet Cher will be wearing something glittery to see us all off. In the 70s and 80s, Cher wasn't just a star, she was a force of nature, with her iconic long black hair and outfits so daring they made the public gasp for air. She turned the stage into a battlefield of rebellion and absolute power. Cher never apologized for her sexuality. She used it to build an empire where she remains the sole sovereign. In 2026, at 80 years old, Cher continues to baffle the world with her illogical ability to freeze time. She doesn't hide her use of beauty technology. She flaunts it as a weapon to maintain her stardom. With porcelain skin and a fashion sense that stays light years ahead of the curve, Cher isn't aging. She's just upgrading her immortal status. Cher is the ultimate proof. Age is a meaningless number if you have the wealth, the grit, and an ego that refuses to lose to the clock. Meryl Streep doesn't need glamorous gowns to shine. She uses raw, genius talent to turn every red carpet into her personal playground. In the 70s and 80s, amidst a Hollywood full of blonde dolls, Meryl was a direct strike against stereotypes with her unvarnished look and no-nonsense style. She wasn't afraid to look ordinary because she knew she was extraordinary. That naked confidence made her a unique icon. Someone who didn't use beauty to get ahead, but used breathtaking performances to force the world to its knees. At 75 in 2026, Meryl Streep remains a name that intimidates every newcomer. She refuses to chase youth with desperate surgeries. She chooses to age with pride, sporting elegant silhouettes and the sharp aura of a true veteran. Her radiant smile and intelligent gaze are a blunt reminder. A woman is at her most seductive not when she's youngest, but when she wields power and knows her worth. Meryl Streep isn't just an actress, she is a living legacy, proving that class is the only thing that never goes out of style. Looking back at the incredible journey of cultural icons from the 70s and 80s, we truly see how their timeless appeal and impressive transformations have allowed them to stand the test of time. These legendary stars did more than just define an era. They built a lasting legacy that continues to inspire, entertain, and resonate with many generations of fans today. If you love taking this nostalgic trip down memory lane and want to dive deeper into the untold, fascinating stories behind your favorite pop culture icons, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us keep the retro spirit alive. Don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos, because we are constantly working to bring you the absolute most attractive, deeply researched, and engaging content from the golden years. Thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful nostalgic journey. We can't wait to see you in the next video.